Hey everyone, welcome back to the Sparky AI channel. So today I just wanted to talk about what doesn't work, things I've tried in the past that have not worked for me. And I've tried a lot of things, and I spent tens of thousands of dollars on money making programs and courses and products and potions and lotions. And a lot of this stuff just doesn't work. And some of it is my fault. A lot of it is my fault. Actually, all of it is my fault. But I just want to save you the pain of going down some of these rabbit holes, and I'm going to make a little series of videos about what doesn't work, and then why you should instead consider Sparky AI. So let's start with real estate. So I'm a real estate agent, and in order to be a real estate agent, you have to go and attend, at least in my state, Florida, you've got to attend a real estate course. And generally, this course it's a week-long course. It's a couple $100 for the course, not to mention the time. It's to go to the course about a 30-minute drive. So there's a lot of time involved. And then you need to study, and then you probably need to take there was a practice course for the test, because the test is really hard. Only about 30 to 40% of the people pass on the first time. So they have tests. They have not only do you take the training, which is full time for a whole week. I think it actually might have been two. I can't remember, but it was at least a week. And then I took a preparatory course for the test to help me learn and get even better acquainted with the terminologies in the test, because the test is really hard. Then you got to go take a proctored test, right? Then you got to go get fingerprinted, and that costs money. You got to go take the proctored test. You're going down to the test location. You pass the test. You pay the licensing fees, and then you got to go pay the association fees. Now, the association fees also covers your MLS, and that officially makes you a realtor. And we're talking about close to $1,300, $1,400 for that, just for that alone, right? So once you do that, then you join a brokerage, and most of the time, they give you some training and they give you some tools, but that's pretty much it. They pretty much, let you go out and go, leave you to your own devices. Now, I just started with another brokerage that I think is a lot more promising, and it promises free leads. But I'm going through their training program, and then you go through another training program just for that brokerage. So I'm going through this other training program, and I'm hoping that it will be different. But I spent thousands of dollars now, because I've had my real estate license for a couple of years. And oh, by the way, when you go to renew, you need to take continuing education, which costs more money, and take renewal fees, which cost more money. And every year those association fees at $1,300 plus comes due, and there's all kinds of miscellaneous expenses and whatnot. So now the nice thing about real estate is that you're selling these the ultimate high ticket item, the most expensive thing that people purchase is real estate. But we're talking, you have no guarantee of success. And a lot of people, 90% of the people who get a real estate license and go down this journey are not successful. Most people are not successful. I had a coach and a mentor that I also paid for coaching. And this is a guy who made 7 figures in network marketing, and he's very successful, and he's helped other people become 7-figure income earners in network marketing, 6 and 7-figure income earners in network marketing. Not me, unfortunately, because I still have a lot of issues that I'm working through with, call reluctance and putting myself out there, and just the energy burn. And that's my fault. I mean, admittedly, that's my fault. But going back to the real estate, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, and and none of it is paid for by somebody else. It's not like, here I am, let me go sell some real estate. It just doesn't work that way. You were going to spend thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, And if you're successful, there's a lot of real estate agents that do very well. Sales is the highest paid profession in the world, and a lot of real estate agents do very well. But most of them don't. Most of them fail. So um, I'm just telling you the raw, unvarnished truth. This is it. This is what it is. If you're not willing to go completely all out, and make a total commitment to real estate, and that's like, the only thing that you do is that, and you put everything you've got into it, then it might work. But unfortunately, most people don't have that level of commitment where they're gonna like go on a crusade. It's not like, I think if you have the mentality that I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna go try this for a while and see if it works out, you're not gonna be successful. You got to play full out. Like, no, I'm doing this. I don't care what it takes. I'll bear whatever costs. You know, I'm, you know, I'm going to devote my whole life from dawn till dusk, working on real estate. And like one of the things in my real estate training that they were saying is people had left their 9 to 5 to get to go into business for themselves, and then they work 24 hours a day. And like I said, there's a lot of good money to be made in real estate, but same kind of things. I mean, yeah, um, you know, you're not working for someone else, but you're working for yourself. And sometimes that's even harder because there's no alarm clock. I mean, there's nobody like prodding you like, hey, you got to be here at a certain time and place. If you don't show up for the meetings with your brokerage, nobody's going to care. If you don't make the phone calls, nobody's going to be pressing you. But those association fees and those other fees and the continuing education are going to come due every year. They're going to come due. And in the meantime, nothing is coming into your bank account unless you sell houses. You don't get paid until you close. So you could be out there wasting time with people, and it's not really wasting time because you don't know who's a serious buyer and who's a serious seller. You just don't know, right? Somebody who sounds like, oh yeah, I'm really definitely interested in this, may not be interested at all. It may not be a qualified buyer or a qualified seller. And then there's other people who are like, you just don't know. So you have to like treat every lead as if it's a potential, income source, because you might deal with 30 people and only sell one house, but that one house is going to make talking to the other 29 people who didn't do anything worth it. When I had bought this the home that I'm living in now, was going to live in a town called Kissimmee, and I was working with a real estate agent, and I was living overseas, and this real estate agent was really nice. His name was Chris, and he had made videos of the whole house and went from room to room and took videos and all that. And we liked the house, we liked the community, we liked the house, and put my earnest money down and you signed the contracts. And then there was the home inspection, and the home inspection determined that there was problems with the roof. And of course, I'm not going to buy a property that has problems with the roof. Now, the seller of this house was living in the United Kingdom. He was a person, I guess he used the home as a vacation rental, and he didn't want to put the money into fixing the roof. So we backed out of the deal. So we were all set to buy this one house, and we backed out of the deal. And I'm driving. I'm like, okay, what do we do next? And I'm driving along, and I went into a new construction neighborhood, and I bought a house with a new construction. And the lady that was selling us the new construction at the home builder was like, you don't, if you're working with a real estate agent, your real estate agent will get the commission. So you don't have to put his name down, but you don't get any kind of type of discount. It's your choice. And I'm like, of course I want to, the man who took all that time, not just making the videos of the house, but all the phone calls and all the follow-ups and all the communications, and getting so close to buying that home, only to find out that there was a problem with the roof, and he was very thankful. He was very appreciative that I had said, no, I'm working with this gentleman by the name of Chris, and he's my real estate agent, and he was able to get a commission off of the new home purchase that I bought. Chris didn't do anything when it came to me with the home that I'm living in now. But I feel like he had earned it because, um, he had done so much work, and there was no benefit to me excluding his name off of the new home agreement. So all that's to say is that a lot of times you're going to spin your wheels and you're going to deal with situations like that, and it can be so soul crushing to um, to go through a whole process with somebody, and at the last minute, they don't qualify for financing, or they change their mind, or there's a problem with the roof, or something. And people, they say that buyers are liars. People, will say, oh yeah, I'm interested in this, and they'll, lead you down a rabbit hole, and you've wasted a whole bunch of time, and it's just like you're second guessing yourself. Is this really worth it? Is it really, really worth it? Because um, when I started with this last brokerage that I'm working with now, they were like, I told them like I'm a military retiree, a State Department retiree, and he's like, yeah, that's really good because a lot of people can't do real estate because they got bills. I mean, they gotta make money, and they gotta make money now. They needed the regularity of a paycheck to be coming in to pay their bills. In real estate, you don't know when your next paycheck is coming. It's feast or famine. So all of this is to say, how does this deal with Sparky AI? Is like, look, Sparky AI is simple. It's a couple $100, right, at the most. It's to get started with at entry level, ad pack, the Premier and the Premier Plus. That's what I did. The Premier and the Premier Plus, and the first level of ad pack is going to set you back $500. That's nothing. Owning your own business, you want to be in real estate, I spent at least 10, probably more closer to 20 times that in my real estate pursuit. And that's just one of the failure series that we're going to talk about. So I'm just saying, look, if you've always dreamed about owning your own business, you want a real business, and it doesn't have the kind of situations and problems that these other kinds of industries have, you might want to consider this type of business. Because although I personally, I will never tell you that you don't have to do anything, because that really is where we're headed. That's where AI is headed, is where that AI is going to be able to do everything. But I'm saying that one thing AI can't do is establish that human touch. That's one thing AI can't do. Coming out and saying, "Hey, I'm a real person. I've got real issues and I've got real dreams, and I want you to be on this journey with me." And automation is great, but it's like that last few yards, before the end zone. People want to know it's a real person on the other end, and that's why we make these videos. That's why my sponsor makes videos like this. That's why I make videos like this, to put myself out there, and it's not much. It's not a crusade. It's not like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to I want to enjoy life. I'm 54 years old, and I've got some health issues and things like that. I don't want to spend all of my time stressed out and wrapped up, worried about, paying the bills and things like that. I'd rather do something that I can take at my own pace, you know, my own pace and my own distance. And Sparky AI is that. So in the description is my website, jefforlando.com. Go to that website, sign up, become a Premier member, become a Premier Plus member, and buy that first level ad pack. And if you're having issues with affordability or having problems coming up with the money, you want to reach out after you sign up, at least as a free member, so that I can, help you find the money. Because I don't have all the answers. I know that we all have different situations. Some people have situations that are worse than other people do. But I have a channel called Remote Work Entry Level. I help people find entry level remote jobs. I help people find remote gigs that help put extra money in their pocket. I sell books on Amazon. I've been making money on Amazon since 2016. I sell stuff on eBay. I have I write letters, and I get money for writing letters, and that's been a profitable business. I put a few $1,000s a month in my pocket just by doing that. I can help you out with a lot of those different situations. Am I rich? Not yet. Not yet. But I'm just being just completely 100% authentic with you. It's just like, you know, don't let not having the money stop you from getting involved with Sparky AI. This is the biggest thing ever, and you don't want to miss it. So get signed up and network with me, and let's work on this together. And I'll see you tomorrow on the next video. Thank you.